Welcome to the Faithful Farmstead, where we as a family are passionate about reclaiming our roots and taking you all along for the journey. If you've been watching, you know that I did not have space ready this year to plant potatoes, but I still wanted to put potatoes in the ground. And so we had a bunch of these barrels that we found randomly throughout the property. We had a big pile of topsoil and some compost, so we're like, let's try to put potatoes in barrels this year. And that's what we did. They grew beautiful and lush, they were super full, and we're really excited to see what is growing on underneath the ground, because potatoes grow in the ground. You really don't know what your harvest is going to be like until you get in there. If you've never harvested potatoes before, you might be wondering, well, how do I know when they're ready to harvest? The plant is ready to harvest when the leaves and foliage completely die back. So these plants right now, they look really awful. To a new gardener, some people would think, oh no, my plants are dying, what's happening? Potatoes, it's supposed to happen that way. You want them to look like this, because that means that they have put all of their energy into growing the tubers underground. Now, you can see we haven't completely let some of these die back, but it's been really dry. This is a really great time to harvest potatoes because they're not gonna be like caked with dirt. The dirt's gonna fall off of them easily. The first two barrels have completely died back. So this is more ideal of what you're looking for harvesting potatoes. Now this is some straw that I had put on top to hold moisture in, but these are the plants that were. So we're gonna harvest these first and go down the line. Something that was fascinating that's never happened to me before with potatoes is my potatoes produced seed. Let's go over here. So these little things that look like cherry tomatoes is the potato seed. This happens when the plants have experienced the right amount of moisture, there's cooler temperatures, and our spring here was super wet. We were getting at least a rain once to 2 times a week, and so these just had steady moisture. We had a lot cooler of a spring, and so I'm guessing that's why we have potato berries this year. So let's see if we can lift this one. Oh yeah, that's not bad. We are trying to dump the containers into the wheelbarrow because I would love to repurpose this dirt and put it either in one of my raised beds or in the compost pile rather than just letting it lay in the pasture. But it looks like ants have made homes in these barrels, so we might get a few bites. What do you think, bud? You ready to get some potatoes? One of the things I was a little concerned with, these first two, they've been died back for probably about a week now because they were planted a little bit earlier than the other buckets. And if you leave potatoes in the ground too long, they can start to rot. So you can see like this one has kind of a rotten spot. So we could eat this for dinner tonight and I could just cut around that, but this isn't something that I would want to store. The first two barrels that we have here in the row, they were potatoes that sprouted in our pantry, and so I was like, rather than just throwing them out, let's put them in some dirt and see what happens. And then the last, the last 5 buckets were potatoes, seed potatoes that I bought from Tractor Supply. So we'll see if, there's more based on that. But this first barrel, we didn't get very much out of. That's like maybe 2 meals for our family if we're doing like a breakfast, fried potatoes, cast iron skillet with some lard. So good. Okay. Oh, buddy. Oh, these are big ones. Okay. Oh, see?
Should I keep dumping?
Yeah, keep dumping.
There's more ants in here.
These little ones that are gonna be in here, we're putting them in a separate bucket. These are gonna make really yummy, like roasted potatoes. And then the bigger ones we'll try to cure and store. There we go. Definitely the loose, so this topsoil, like there's not much growing there, but the actual loose dirt, it's growing really well. So maybe that topsoil was just too compacted. Now I wanna see if I can just pull this up. Yeah. It might be, yeah, okay. There we go.
This is. I think yours might have the most.
Look at that. What funky looking potato.
Butt crack.
This is bucket 4.
The one I picked.
This is the one you picked? Okay. Ooh, it's a big one.
Oh, so far so good.
Look at
2
that.
big dogs.
They look really nice. We might be having potatoes for dinner tonight. There's some. There's one.
This one's mine.
That one looks rotten.
No, that's good. Has a crack.
Right there. This is my bucket.
See that top?
This one's better than...
Yeah, but that topsoil layer, this had more compost in it. The topsoil layer grew nothing. I don't think it could penetrate. Like that. Right, there's a lesson we learned.
Whoa.
I saw one. So one of the things that I'm noticing is most of the potatoes were in the softest layer in the bucket. In the bottom of the barrel, we dug up from a topsoil pile we had out in the pasture. And it wasn't terrible dirt, but it did have a lot of clay that like stuck together. And there's like no potatoes in that layer. But after that, I layered it with some compost we had and it was really fluffy, and all potatoes are in that layer. So it makes me wonder if I had a fluffy layer all the way down, if we'd have more potatoes all the way down.
Oh, it's heavy. Hold that, Rachel. There we go. There we go.
I told you.
Start grabbing them, girl.
So grab them as you see them.
Here's some little guys. There's a big one.
Oh,
Right here.
Ooh.
That might be the biggest one we got yet.
That's definitely the biggest one we got yet. But this is all fluffy. This is all mostly compost
I'll
in
help
here.
you find them.
This is the bucket that had the potato fruit on it, the little seed pods, whatever you call them. So let's see how many are in here. Oh my word. Did you see that big one? She's a beaut. All right, this is the one that had the seed. Wow, hold that up. That looks so cool.
Oh, we're not doing this one yet.
Not that one.
This is what you gotta find.
Oh,
Whoa!
look at that.
Jackpot.
That is like a treasure hunt right there.
I should have picked it.
This is our first year growing potatoes in barrels, so it's trial and error. But something that I'm observing here is the bottom layer was the topsoil, and you could see the potato roots were growing into the topsoil, but I think this was just too like compacted for them to grow any kind of tubers. So all of the potatoes we're finding are in that top layer that was way more loose, and which makes sense. I mean, we've always grown potatoes in ground and had great success. So lesson learned, if we do it again, just make sure it's fluffy all the way to the bottom. Not the greatest harvest from 5 barrels of potatoes, but I don't feel like it's a loss. You know, I bought a pack of seed potatoes from Tractor Supply. I think it was like maybe $5, $6. And there was, I don't know, a handful or so potatoes in that bag. I cut them, chitted them. So there was like small pieces. I believe I put 4 to 6 pieces in each bucket. And so we got more potatoes than what we planted, which is always the goal. You want to end up with more than what you actually planted. So these potatoes we'll use for, you know, breakfast. I'll just saute them, cut them in half and put them in a cast iron. And then these we'll use, you know, for baked potatoes, potato soup, potato salad. We will cure these and then we'll use them pretty quickly. So they're not going to store very long. And the great thing about potatoes, when they're fresh like this and you rub the skin, it's like soft and it comes right off. And a potato with soft skin like that is so good. If you've never had a fresh potato straight from the garden, plant some potatoes. It's just nothing like it, because once they cure, the skins kind of harden and they're still good. They're very delicious, but something about a soft skin potato, so good. But this is a part of reclaiming our roots. Our Amish heritage is deeply rooted in meat and potatoes, and so we are a meat and potatoes kind of family. So next year we'll put them in ground. This was a fun experiment. We planted these, I believe it was in March. We have a video showing that whole process. If it's at all something that you want to try, there's definitely some things we've learned. It worked, it grew us food. That's all that matters. Thanks for following along. We have lots more content coming. Make sure to subscribe.